Hello, Novi. I'm City Manager Pete Auger. As a city government, everything we do is funded by you, our residents, businesses, and visitors. And when it comes to understanding how we collect and spend that money, it can be overwhelming to say the least. Much like you, we have an annual budget, which provides a plan for what we will spend money on in the coming year. We have basic practices and principles in place to ensure we're spending your money responsibly and wisely, supporting the many quality services and programs provided by the city. Let's start at the beginning of the process, where the money comes from. One of the most commonly heard terms in municipal budget discussions is general fund. The general fund is the largest of the 10 funds the city of Novi maintains. The general fund is the city's main operating fund that pays for the core community services that we use most of the city's tax revenue on, such as public safety, public works, community development, as well as vital support functions. The major revenue source for this general fund is property tax. Other general fund revenue sources are impacted by the economic environment and include licenses and permits, fines, forfeitures, and penalties, revenue from other agencies, charges for current services, transfers from other funds, and other miscellaneous revenue. So what does this mean to you and your family? Let's say you own a $300,000 home in Novi with a taxable value of $150,000. You will pay an estimated $1,581 to the city of Novi for city services. But wait, you say you pay more than this in annual taxes. Yes, the city collects the tax revenue for other entities, including schools, the state education tax, the county, the community college, the metro parks, and more. This handy graphic shows just how much your tax dollar comes to the city. In essence, only 28.4 cents of every tax dollar comes to the city of Novi. Now let's take a look at where some of that money is spent when it comes to the city services. Of that estimated $1,581, just over $850 a year funds police and fire services. Breaking that down even further, you would spend about $70 a month for public safety. Approximately $287 would go towards public works, roads and drains, $111 towards the library, $56 for parks, recreation, and cultural services, with the balance of just more than $200 funding community development and general services. Breaking this down even further, you get all the city services for just over $4.30 a day. Now, how the city decides to spend this money is determined by the city council when they approve an annual budget and financial plan. Inside the approved budget document, every penny is accounted for and categorized, and it details the process the budget goes through. The first step of the normal budget process is development and preparation. From before September to around April, our city manager's office, finance team, and all other departments develop a recommended budget. This is just where the initial decisions are made, projecting revenues and expenditures, and we present that to the city council for their consideration. In April, the recommended budget is presented to the city council for review and adoption phase. The recommended budget is also posted online at cityofnovi.org, providing community members the opportunity to view and comment on the proposed plan. During special city council budget sessions, the city council reviews and can make changes to the recommended budget. The council must adopt the budget no later than the third Monday in May. Once adopted, the new fiscal year begins July 1st, and the final stage of the process begins: implementation. This is when the city staff use these tax dollars to implement new programs and projects to enhance our Novi. Then the cycle starts all over again, planning and preparing for the next year. Our city finance team works throughout the year monitoring revenue and expenditures, ensuring we are on track and the funds are spent where they are appropriated. Now let's take a look at what this fiscal year's finances look like. Assistant City Manager Victor Cardenas is going to walk through some of the numbers and projects. Victor?
Thanks, Pete, for that overview. The tax dollars Novi residents pay go a long way in supporting municipal operations. They not only fund the 270 plus staff that keeps the city running, but those dollars also support the acquisition of the vital equipment to help staff do their jobs and the amenities that residents enjoy. An important aspect of the annual budget is the capital improvement program. The CIP organizes any of the city purchases that is over $25,000 and depreciates over time. The plan is divided to 7 categories and spans 6 years, containing 131 projects. The plan, recommended back in February by the Planning Commission and ultimately approved as a portion of the city budget by City Council, totals nearly $130 million. For fiscal year 21-22, there are 34 projects for a total of $16.5 million. A significant portion of that amount is $6.7 million in road projects. These projects include any and all repairs of city neighborhood streets and major roads, to include the city's routine maintenance and panel replacement programs. The Department of Public Works maintains 391 lane miles throughout the community. That's pretty much the same distance between Novi and Louisville, Kentucky. 2 projects of note in this category. The first is the completion of the resurfacing of Cranbrook Drive. We completed the north side last year. Now the southern portion we resurfaced this fiscal year, costing the road funds over $2.4 million. The second project is 10 Mile Road. In conjunction with the Road Commission of Oakland County, 10 Mile will be widened in spots to help ease congestion during rush hour. Another significant allocation from the annual budget is $4.6 million in repairs to the city's water and sewer infrastructure. There are 6 projects that replace water and sewer mains, lift stations, and equipment that keep your drinking water safe and keep our sewer system operating correctly. Finally, the fire department will be adding a new fire engine to the fleet next year. This important piece of equipment replaces an aging tanker apparatus, budgeted for nearly $900,000. A truck of this complexity isn't something we can just go to the lot and pick up. It has to be custom ordered and ordered in a year in advance prior to being delivered in Novi. If you want to learn more about the city's capital improvement program, check out thecityofnovi.org and use the interactive website that shows when, where, and how these 131 projects are financed.
Now, we didn't intend this to be an accounting class, but hopefully you gained a better understanding of our municipal budgeting process and how the city spends your taxpayer dollars to continue to provide the quality services you deserve and expect, and which ensure Novi remains one of, if not the most desirable places to live, work, and play in Michigan. If you want to learn more about city services, including our operations, finance, and budgeting, each year we offer a Novi Ambassadors program, which takes participants on an 8-week journey behind the scenes of our local government. You can find out more information about the program on cityofnovi.org. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about our budget process, be sure to reach out to a member of our city staff team by emailing communityrelations@cityofnovi.org.